What should my video be about? Should it be a story time? I think I'm gonna do a story time. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be doing a story time. I'm really excited because it's the first one on my channel, and I really hope you guys enjoy. So if you want to hear my story time about my haunted lake experience, just keep on watching this video. Okay, so it all started at one of my best friend's house. Her name is Meadow. She most likely will be in one of my future videos. So she lives in this town. It's basically like the rural version of a city, if you know what I mean, like the farm town city. So it's not like big buildings, but there's like many buildings and houses intermixed with each other, and it's like the closer you get to the center of the city, the more closer together the houses are. So as you would come out, it'd be like less buildings, less houses, whatever. So on the very outskirts, it's a lot of farmland. So it's kind of spread out as you get farther and farther out from the city, and that part's like kind of important to the story. So it all started out when we were leaving her house, going to our like local ice cream shop, because I wanted a milkshake and she wanted a milkshake. So we get our ice cream, we chill out at the ice cream shop, and we're like, hey, let's go to our hangout spot. And our hangout spot, it's like this little bridge with like a stream running under it. It's just like kind of relaxing, peaceful, serene, whatever you want to say. We just sit back there and we just chat. We always have the best conversations. So we decided to go there this night, and so we're walking there. And from the ice cream shop to the actual place, it's probably not even quite a mile. So we're walking, and the place is like behind like a kids park that closes at dusk. It's like maybe 9:30, 9:45ish. Curfew's like 10. So we're walking back there, drinking our milkshakes. We get back there, totally normal. Like this is like more than normal for us. Like we've been back there together like at least like I'm gonna say 15 different times. Like it's nothing new. So we get back there and we're just sitting down, Snapchatting our friends, like normal things that we would do, having a conversation, talking about our week. And then in the background, all we hear is like this random like bloop. And like I said, like it's a stream, so like hearing like little noises from the water or whatever, things falling from trees into the water, it's normal. So we brush it off. It's not anything. We continue our conversation. Maybe a minute later we hear, rather than like thumping, it was more like a patter, rustly in like the leaves, like because it was like dried leaves, so you could hear like the patter in the leaves. It was just like So we're like, maybe like it's a small animal like rustling in the leaves, like it's whatever. Again, brush it off, totally normal. Like I said, it's a rural area, like having little squirrels or whatever running around isn't totally normal. So we just brush it off. Then we hear like another bloop. And we're like, okay, like that was like really close to us. Like that was like right behind us. Because we have our legs hanging off the one side of the bridge, and the bridge goes like this. Our legs were hanging over here, so we heard it like back here. And we're like, that was like really close to us. And it was kind of coincidental that you had like bloop, bloop, like right behind you, 2 in a row, like not that far after each other. And then like directly after bloop, in the leaves again. And we're like, no, like this is starting to get like really freaking sketchy. Like we're over this. So like, okay, you know what, we have another hangout spot, we're just gonna go over there. So we get up slowly, bloop, right in front of us. Literally, I kid you not, we saw the rock right in front of us. We saw the ripples in the water from when the rock hit. It was terrifying. Okay, we're like, okay, we're out. And all we hear, we're dipping, we're out, we're running, we're dashing, we're Usain Bolting out of this place. We're out. This is no bueno, we are out. On one side of the bridge where you come on, where we came on, it's like a path, and like I said, it's behind a park. The other side is like a shut down old like corner store that's on the outskirts of the town, so it's like farther away from like other houses. So we're like running, and we're like hiding behind the corner store, and there's like this canopy thing. So we're hiding under the canopy, and like I said, it's old, it's closed down, it has like pieces of plywood and stuff, like tall stacks of plywood, and I think like one of the big round bales of hay. And so she's hiding behind that, I'm hiding behind it. We're like, there's definitely something out there. We don't know what it was, but it was definitely something. So we're like, we're not gonna investigate. We're not gonna be that stupid guy in the scary movie, like sits around and goes and opens the closet door. Like, that's not me. So like we were behind the corner store where the bridge was. Then in the front of the corner store there was like the road. So we're like, okay, we're gonna just run out to the road and run back to like the center of the city on like Main Street. But we're like, okay, we're gonna go. So I run out and I see a car and I'm like, no, like we can't get caught. Because at this point it's like 10 o'clock, it's curfew, we can't get caught. And in this town, everybody knows everybody. So when somebody sees little kids out past curfew, what are they gonna do? They're gonna run to the little police station and tell or call. So we have to go like run down this road. And I see this car coming, I'm like, no. So we run back to behind the building. And we're under the canopy and we're hiding because we don't want these people to see us. So we're staying still, we can't be loud. So we're waiting for this car to go by and it goes by. So then we're like, okay, we need to get there fast. So we literally run like, I don't even know how to describe it, like Olympic champion, like going for the gold, like it's right in front of us. We finally get to this main street, like huffing, wheezing for breath. We get there and we're like, okay, like we're in the clear. Then we remember it's past curfew, like we're we're like if we're gonna get in trouble now, we're already like, because we had to run a quarter of a mile to the ice cream shop, half a mile away from the ice cream shop to get to the park, then like up from the park to the spot, then like half a mile back to the main street. So we're far as away from her house. So what do we decide we're gonna do? We're gonna walk farther, because like that's the logical thing to do, am I right? So we go to the second hanging spot. We're like, if we're gonna be like out past curfew, we might as well use it as best as we can. So we go to like this other bridge place, except this bridge is like a bridge like road, like cars drive over this bridge because there's like a dam under it. So like the thing that holds all the water back is on one side, then like the water falls down and then it goes over to the other side. So that part's like way lower, so it's like there's a steep hill over there. So we have to like duck down every time we see a car, because the car could see us like easily on this hill. We're like edging closer and closer to the dam, and at this point we're probably like 20 yards away from the actual railing for the dam, and we hear something like dripping. Like the noise that you hear when you get out of the pool, your hair is still dripping wet and the hair's dripping on the concrete, if you can imagine that. So like we can't see anything, it's pitch black dark and there's no lights, because at this point we're like off the main road. So it's not like there's many lights, and like I said, it's a rural place. So all we hear is it's dripping so loud. I turn my flashlight on, like f it, like I don't care if we get caught, like I need to know what this thing is. So we get closer to it and we hear like 1, 2, 3, psh, into the water. So I'm like, what the f was that? It scared the out of me. 3 steps is all it took. 1, 2, 3, psh, into the water. I'm like so confused, like what is that? So then we go up, and if it was wet when it was dripping, like it was dripping wet, it left a spot on the concrete. Maybe 10, 20 feet over here, okay? We're walking slowly. We see the thing come up from like over here, stop there, look at us, run back into the water. Like it must have been like that. That's literally where it was sitting. Then it runs down and it goes into the water. Like it ran up, sat there, ran back down. It was so scary. I was so terrified. Cause that's literally all we saw was the spot. Then 1, 2, 3. I don't know if it showed it really well in the video, but in real life, like from the big spot to the water was at least 10 feet. So in 1, 2, 3, it was 10 feet. So it was like 1, 2, and then if you saw the ending one, it looked like it jumped. So it was like 1, 2, 3, like into the water, which is terrifying. What would that be? Turtles don't move. Cats don't go into the water. Like, what would it have been? It wasn't a fish. Like, what was it? I genuinely don't know. The pond on that side of this thing is like so shallow. It's like, what would be able to like hide? And like, it couldn't have been like a beaver or something. I don't know. it was nighttime, and we didn't see any like ducks or anything. Like we looked around really hard. Like what was it? It wasn't like a swan or a duck or like whatever. Like, and it wasn't a beaver, because like beavers are short and stocky, and like their fur would like drag on the ground, and it would be like a path of wetness. Like, don't move that fast. I don't know. There's no logical explanation of what it could have been, and it's so scary. So that point, we're like, this is not our night. We go home and we call it a night. It was by far the scariest experience I've had at either of our hangout spots, and the fact that they were both in the same night was just a sign. It was like, okay, we just need to go home, go to sleep, and call it a night. But I mean, to this day, there's no conclusion to that story. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my first story time. I hope I did a good job. I hope you guys really liked it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Share it so you can get your friends to come watch me, because I'm really excited to have this new channel. And I hope I see you guys again next time. Bye, guys. Today I'm going to be doing my very first Today I'm going to be doing my very first story time on my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my very first. I can't get past very first. Today I'm going to be doing my very first story time on this channel. Today I'm going to be doing my very first story time on this channel. Oh god. Let me think. Where was I? Oh shit. My stomach is starting to hurt.